awesome. Talk awesome, talk awesome. It's awesome, talk awesome, talk awesome. Talk awesome, talk awesome, talk awesome. Talk awesome, talk. Awesome, talk awesome, talk awesome. Talk awesome, talk.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Awesome Talk. Hold on a minute. I do have co-hosts here. I just have to get them on here. Hold on a minute. I thought I did this. I thought I had this locked down, but I'm still getting used to the new system. Oh, here they all are. Okay. Yeah, you guys are on now. You're good to go. So anyway, welcome to Awesome Talk, Season 25, Episode 11 on March 18th, 2026. This is, my birthday is tomorrow. So this is a birthday show. All right.
Happy birthday. Happy pre-birthday.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Earlier I was cleaning and Dawson's Creek was on. And it's such a corny show, but when I was living in Colorado, this was like before I was diagnosed with Lyme, and I still didn't know what was wrong with me. I was really sick all the time, and I was like constantly throwing up because the nausea never quit. And some channel played Dawson's Creek for hours early in the morning when I was awake, and it was pretty much like the only fucking show on, other than some like preachers and stuff. So I started watching it, and I've seen like every episode a million fucking times now. And earlier I was thinking, the biggest story in Dawson's Creek is basically just a love triangle between three people. And
they really just should have throupled it.
One person is Dawson, who is the actor who just died, played Dawson. And the other one is this other kid named Pacey. He's like Dawson's best friend or whatever. And Pacey is just like a normal dude. He's just like a normal dude. He makes mistakes. He's just a fucking normal dude. And Dawson's this like fucking he's like, if you could imagine what a preacher's son might be like, and he's not a preacher's son on the show, but that's the best description I can give, that would be what this character's like. He's just like he's like a Hallmark movie of a person. And I just can't believe that there were people that watched that show and rooted for him over the other guy who's just like a normal, nice guy. Like, I just can't believe that there are people that fucking like that character. He's so impossible to like.
Well,
I don't remember the show at all. I don't think I ever saw it.
The reason why I like this show, even though it's just a fucking stupid teenage show or whatever, I find it refreshing when there's a show where people just talk. Like, every time I watch most sitcoms, the one thing that I hate the most is someone will like have a secret, or they'll like be mad at someone or something like that. And you as the viewer know it, but the people on the show never fucking say it. And on Dawson's Creek, they talk a lot, and they pretty much are very upfront. And I just find that very refreshing overall. There was an episode on, and it was basically Dawson talking with his parents because his mother's thinking about having an abortion. And all I could think is, on most sitcoms, the parents don't talk. Like, no one talks to their parents. Like, it's...
Well, let's keep in mind, man, the sitcoms that we grew up with, there was an epidemic of parents who hated each other.
Dawson's Creek came out in the mid-2000s.
No, it did not.
It was like 2005.
On in the 90s.
It was like 2005.
I feel like it was before that, like when
but
we were
it
in
also
school.
It was way before that.
like in the late.
It was
90s.
1998.
Yeah,
like late
and
90s.
it went on until.
I remember girls
There you
talking
go.
about it in school. So
Yeah, because I dated a girl who was in love with the
Please.
girl on this show.
Which one?
The main one, the one Dawson and the other one are trying to bang. What's her name?
What?
Katie Holmes.
all I ever knew about that show was the weed episode because everybody like made fun of it or something.
I don't remember. There's an episode where someone's given ecstasy and they end up in
Am
the
I
hospital.
thinking of a different show? Maybe I'm thinking of
I don't
something
know.
else.
It's not impossible because there were a lot of episodes that are just based on topics that kids deal with, and weed is definitely one of them. So
And I'm thinking of Seventh Heaven, I think.
now that's a show I've
yeah.
never
That's-
seen, and I've never had any desire
That's the
to
worst.
see.
Yeah,
Anything
that
with
show-
religion as a backdrop,
yeah,
I'm not.
They were the
fucking with.
same show to me. It didn't make any difference to me.
Well,
which one it
Seventh
was.
Heaven, as far as my knowledge, was like everyone's religious. It's a religious family, but Dawson's Creek has
But it's over.
no religion.
But it's like way over the top cringe. Like Seventh Heaven is if they took the formula for cringe and just made it a fucking show. It's the cringiest shit. You have to watch
I've
the
never seen it.
marijuana.
In fact,
Imagine that was a
the
psyop.
guy on that show. Actually, I think one
Yeah,
of
the
the
guy in
guys
that
on the
show. Yeah,
show
he's
with
the
the
guy,
hair in his eyes. I see. Like I hate his. Okay. I know that people don't understand when I say this. There are actors whose faces I hate and won't watch anything they're in. Rob Lowe is my number one. There is something about that dude's face that makes it like impossible for me to look at him. And the guy from Seventh Heaven with the hair over his face is one of those people. There are just some actors that like there's something about looking at them that makes me just violent.
Well, it'd
me,
be
that's-
way worse
for
than
me,
Seventh
that's like-
Heaven.
The only person that I don't really like is Jared Leto. For some reason, I just don't like
I'm not
that guy.
a lot
talking
of
about
people hate
personality.
Jared
Yeah,
Leto.
like looking at him.
I
right?
don't
Not
hate him.
personality.
It's
just
not
looking at him.
just by looking at him and the way
Okay.
he acts.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
complete.
So,
there's something
I'm
about
not
it that
even
I just
talking
don't
about
like.
I'm not even talking
Weird.
about how they act. I'm literally just talking about their face, the look of there's something. And I have to tell you, I have turned around on this because Agent Dale Cooper from Twin Peaks, he used to be one of those guys for me, and it was because he reminded me of Rob Lowe. But after getting into Twin Peaks, it disintegrated, and my brain separated him
Why
from
do you
Rob
hate
Lowe.
Rob Lowe?
I
How
don't
do you
hate
hate
Rob
Rob
Lowe
Lowe?
as a person. I
You just hate his face.
face. I
Rob
hate
Lowe
his
from
face.
Wayne's World.
From
If
Wayne's
you
World.
took someone I liked and you put Rob Lowe's face on them, I wouldn't be able to hang out with them anymore.
But you know what though? But his face is the
Just
reason why he is
regular
who he
calls.
is. Like
I
like
don't
Rob Lowe
care.
Rob Lowe being in Wayne's World, he was selected specifically because of
Ugh.
the way he looked.
Wait,
Why?
name one other movie that he's in. Without looking it up.
I don't know if I
Like
can.
an
I
80s
don't,
I know I can't. I have
Rob
no
Lowe-
idea.
like if I were to look it up, would I recognize any of
Would
them?
you
Yes.
be surprised?
Wait, wasn't he on SNL? Was he an SNL guy?
Rob Lowe was one of the fucking people from fucking those 80s movies, man. He was in St. Elmo's Fire and all those.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He
Oh,
was
he's in The Outsiders.
considered part of the Brat Pack.
Yeah, he's in one. Yeah, he was in The Outsiders.
I don't think I've seen any of those movies.
You've never seen The Outsiders? Not even by accident.
Wait, what was that about?
The Outsiders had like everybody in it, like
It
1983.
had Patrick Swayze. It had
Ralph
Ralph
Macchio,
Macchio,
Matt
Patrick
Dillon,
Swayze. Yeah,
Rob
it had
Lowe.
like every fucking famous
I don't
early
remember
yeah,
this
Tom
at all.
Cruise, Tom Cruise, Emilio Estevez,
I don't remember that
Leif
at all.
Garrett.
All in one movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Wow. Hi, buddy.
That's weird. I never
It
even heard of
wasn't-
that.
It was based on the book, which a lot of people were forced to read in high school.
What?
Yeah, The Outsiders is a short novel that a lot of people had to read mandatory in high school.
Why?
I mean, it was just part of the curriculum. I don't know. It was
That's weird.
about. It was basically just. It was about two groups. Like one group was like the fucking outcast group, and then there's like the other group that's like the rich douchebag group, and like it's just a story about them, and like someone dies and the kid goes on the run and people die and there's a fire and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I remember different required reading than that. Like ours was like one of them was like a band book or a borderline band, and something like Shakespeare was another one.
Oh yeah, lots of Shakespeare.
Bunch of dumb shit. I never liked Shakespeare. It was just never my thing. There's like a lot of fluffy language.
I love.
It's like get to the
There's a-
point. Get to the point.
There's a lot of, I mean, it's a specific type of language. It's
No, I
poetic
know.
language,
It's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to
Yeah.
be long and drawn out and descriptive.
Well,
and
Not
but
drawn
not for that
out,
way.
but yes,
not for that.
descriptive.
Not for that reason, though. It's
that was just his style of writing.
when Hamlet talks about how miserable he is. Every word he says matters because he needs you to understand every crevice of the darkness he's experiencing. And that type of writing
and does it in a way where
love.
you don't even want to understand it at that point. And it's like, what the
You
fuck
know
is he
what's
on
really
about?
interesting about Shakespeare is that people that read Shakespeare often assume that that's just how everybody talked, which
Yeah.
is super weird.
Yeah,
It is
no,
not how
that's
people talk.
people talk.
It's just, it's how he
It's
wrote.
how he wrote. And just the part I didn't like. Like, I just don't like how he wrote.
Rob Lowe was in The Spy Who Shagged Me, the second Austin Powers movie.
It seems like something he'd face like that would be in.
Well, he was the young version of Dr. Evil's number 2. When
He's
Dr.
like,
Evil goes
he's
back
like
in time.
reading Shakespeare is like getting in the car with somebody, and instead of just going down the street to the fucking
You take the
store and
long way.
back, he
You take the
goes like
scenic route.
the opposite way, and then
Yeah.
fucking loops around and goes up a fucking mountain and comes back, and then fucking goes to the store, and then
Did you ever?
goes
did you ever-
back, and then fucking you're in the fucking ocean somehow all of a sudden, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Where's my house?
You just study up a little bit. That's all. You get it. Did you ever watch the Romeo and Juliet from the '90s they did with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, if you like it. If you like that kind of stuff, I'm sure it's great. I could never get into it.
I know what else I know him from. I also know Rob Lowe from The Stand in 1994. He was in. That I remember.
Oh, he was in The Stand?
The original one in 1994.
I think I remember that movie. That was a
Yeah, it
long
was
as
a-
fuck movie.
Yeah, it was a limited TV series. I
It was a
had
mini
VHS.
series.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, I was like, why
I
do
remember how many
remember it being
episodes
so
it was.
long?
I feel like it was 3 episodes.
No,
Stephen
more than
King.
that,
Stephen
maybe.
King has said before that he always felt like the best versions of his stories. It was best for his stories to be shown in like a mini series over a movie. He always felt like it was a better representation of his writing, and I actually kind of agree with him because other than like 1408, which I think is Stephen King, but I don't remember for sure. It might not be. Yeah, I think every Stephen King miniseries is mostly better than Stephen King movies have ever been. Like The Shining,
Isn't that just what everybody says about movies and books, though?
the miniseries are better than the
That
movies.
the book's always better.
Oh, that's not
Like
what
that's
I'm
just
saying.
that's just the thing. That
No, he's
everybody
saying that
says
the
about everything.
made-for-TV versions of his stories are better than the movie versions of his stories,
Oh.
and I tend to
Yeah.
agree with
Yeah, I
that. I
agree
think
with
the
that too, yeah.
miniseries are usually better.
Yeah, that's
They
weird.
actually did a mini-series version of The Shining.
Yeah.
But most people have never fucking seen it. They've only seen the movie with Jack Nicholson.
But a modern day miniseries is so much better, I feel like, than it used to be. Like if you do a miniseries on Hulu or Netflix, right? They're pumping a lot of fucking money and they have a lot of resources. So you're not getting some shitty made for TV movie. You're getting a
I like made-for-TV
ultra-
movies.
No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is they're not cutting corners. Like you are going to get something hopefully good and authentic and rich.
I'm gonna kill this motherfucker, dude.
Yeah. Did anybody here ever have weird birthday parties when they were little?
Have them or go to them.
Like not even weird, no, have them. Like or had them thrown for you. I don't even necessarily mean weird, but I guess it's kind of weird in our time period, in our modern day life. like remember when there used to be like birthday parties that would be like done at like the pizzeria or
Yeah,
whatever,
sure.
or like remember when McDonald's had birthday parties and they
Yeah.
would like close off part of the restaurant?
I
My
remember
parents
going like the
got me a
roller
clown
skating
once.
rink for
Yeah.
birthday parties before.
Yeah, there were lots
I'm
of
kind of
roller
stuck on
skating
the
parties.
Shakespeare thing. I found the right word for what it was pretentious. That's what I felt it was.
No, I think that it has a stereotype of that, but I don't actually think.
No,
that
that's what I thought
it
of it. I never heard. I
No,
never.
but I can understand why people.
I don't
think
care
that.
what other people think of it. That's how I felt about it. But
It's
anyway,
one of my favorites.
but yeah, the roller rink was kind of lit for birthday parties back in the day.
And bowling alleys.
The I remember two birthday parties from when I was really little.
And
arcades.
One of them, I was very little. It had to be like maybe fourth grade, maybe third. My parents brought a clown over,
Yeah, I got a clown at my house
and
too.
the party was in my backyard. And the only part I really remember about it is that the clown made us all do like a conga line around the yard. And like, I just so vividly remember like marching around in the grass with this clown leading the pack. And it was just horrifying. And then I remember another birthday. I was in like, I think I was in 6th grade. And like, I had some friends, but overall, most of the people made fun of me. And my parents had this fucking brilliant idea that was not brilliant for me to just like invite everybody to a Halloween party,
Okay.
which is not a great idea when half the people you invite are people that make fun of you.
Yeah.
And my dad decided that like my dad built a greenhouse and he decided we'll have the party in the greenhouse. So they like decorated the greenhouse and whatever, and then it fucking poured. And everybody that came was so bored. It was so embarrassing, and it did absolutely nothing to make people like me more. It was like, have you ever felt a level of embarrassment that's so deep that you remember it for the rest of your life? Like that's
Yeah.
the level of like, I just really want to fucking hide right now feeling that I felt.
Mm. Well, I'm gonna motherfucking with this guy.
Henry thinks there's food up there, but there's not. But he's determined to make sure that.
I had a clown for a birthday.
I'm sorry.
I have pictures of it in the other room.
Oh my
actually.
God, you took I mean, I'm sure someone took pictures, but I've never seen any. Oh my God, I just had the craziest thought. What if one of the kids at the clown party that I had, what if their parents or moms or whatever took a picture of them with the clown in my yard, and somewhere out there,
Yeah.
someone has a picture, just like you're saying right now, I have
know
a
what?
picture of me with the clown, and I'm in the background.
Dude.
Oh,
Dude.
oh, wait. The other thing I remember is one of the kids that was there. His name was Brian Schaefer. And that kid fucking cried his ass off because of the clown.
Yeah, we never had clowns and shit. My birthday party was like always in the backyard with the pool and shit.
Yep.
And that was about it.
We had a clown, invited all my classmates, and then my sister, for her birthday, my parents got a small horse to come and give horseback rides around the yard.
See, that would have been so much better than a clown.
There's a picture of me on the horse too. It's a very small horse. I am too big for the horse.
I think the only time I was ever on a horse was when I was too little to remember it. I
on
only
horses-
remember a picture of it vaguely.
I feel
Like
like
I
I've
have
been on horses.
some memory, maybe.
I feel like I've been on horses a strange amount of times for somebody who doesn't ride horses or knows literally fucking anything about riding horses.
Horseback
been on-
riding is one of the things I miss most in the whole fucking universe.
I know. But probably the longest I ever spent on a horse was when I went to Colorado and we rented horses and they took us for this 3-hour journey on this fucking horse where I burned to a crisp. First of all, it was awful. And Henry,
What the hell were you wearing?
I was not prepared at all.
Like a tank top, probably.
I was just not prepared at all.
You were the person that I would least expect to go, hey, I'm on vacation. Let's go on a horse trail.
Somebody else set up all the fucking plans.
I mean, if you get drunk
just
enough,
point
you'll
something
probably
out.
agree to anything.
Pat, I would just like to point something out about his fucking trip to Colorado, okay? This was in the early 2000s, and
No,
I
it
was
wasn't.
living in Colorado at the time. And I remember finding out that he was literally in the same city as me. And that motherfucker never
Was I?
came to see me once, but he went on a 3-hour horse trail ride.
Well, to be fair, there's no way I could have done that. Like, the car wasn't in my name. Like, we had one
You could have
car and
ridden the
11
horse
people.
over.
I could have ridden.
That's
Maybe
a
I
good
did.
point.
Maybe I did ride the horse. So I was on that horse and that horse fucking hated me.
I'd hate you too, the way you talk about them.
That horse's name was Creek, and they warned me. They were like, Creek is tough, and if you talk shit to Creek, he's gonna fuck you up. And I was like, well, we'll see about that.
They
And
call
Well,
it
that was the
Creek-
first mistake.
And they
Wait,
were
hold
like,
on,
Creek
hold
just
on.
heard you say that, so now you're fucked. And then
they
they
call
put
him
me on the
Creek
horse,
or
and that
Crick?
horse,
Crick.
Creek. They might have said Crick, but it was Creek. And that horse proceeded to run me into every tree that we had to pass. He would smash my legs into them or walk my head into brush or like, I mean, he did it the whole time. Eventually I got off the fucking horse and had to walk it because my fucking crotch
I
hurt
remember
so bad.
something, and I think most people that haven't spent a lot of time around horses, they don't realize or know this or believe it. Horses have senses of humor. They have senses
Yeah.
of humor.
They
They are
laugh.
actually probably the funniest fucking animals ever. And my guess is Crick heard your ego and
Crick.
went, I'm gonna fucking punch this motherfucker back down to size.
He probably just like he's bored. Like the horse is probably just bored, and that's how he gets his
Hicks.
entertainment for the day.
The woman who was running that barn where we rented the horses said almost that. Like in a way, she said that. She was like, horses have a sense of humor. He can hear you. He knows what you're saying. If you're talking shit about how you're tough, he's gonna know it. And like, and I was like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's your
It
first
wasn't.
problem. That's your first mistake.
He's like, I'll show you bullshit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Just remember who's in charge here.
But God, my fucking crotch hurt so bad. After a while, man, I was just like bow-legged, like walking with this horse. I'm like, oh man, I had no experience with this. My balls have no experience with this.
You think that's where that deformation came from originally?
Where
Like-
what came
like-
from?
You know, like bow-legged.
Oh,
How people like had it in the South, pretty much only.
No, because it's something that happens only when you're a new rider. It'll happen
Okay.
for the first couple weeks. You have to walk with your legs spread out really far.
No, I mean
because
like people
your
were
inner
starting
thighs
to be
are.
born like that. There's people just born like that.
No, I don't think it would do that because it's not. It's like a muscle soreness. Like,
Like
that's
a-
not
like
something you
a-
can pass on.
Multi-generational adaptation that
You're
was
like
right, right.
literally
that was trying
working
to
muscles
happen,
that
but
you
it
never
didn't work out.
ever. Like you never work your inner thigh muscles. Most
Right,
people
right. Yeah, but
don't.
what he's saying is that there's it's like if we continue to look down at our phones long enough, will we eventually evolve with our heads down like this? Like, so
Like there's gonna
you know
be
what I mean?
there might not everybody, but maybe a couple people will pop out like that. and
Right.
we'll be like,
Evolution
"Oh,
was
shit."
like, yeah, evolution was like, dude, these guys need wider legs.
Yeah, like this ain't
Just
working
strap
out
your
with this
fucking
horse
baby
thing.
on a horse after they pop out of you, and then they won't even know they have a problem.
That's what I say. Just
But
slap
why
the horse
didn't
in
Be
the
on
ass.
a horse
evolution
all the
just
time.
move the nuts? You know, like move the nuts.
Oh, I
up.
wasn't talking about a nut problem. I'm talking about the leg pain it causes.
I mean, I had nut pain, leg pain, ass pain, you name it. I mean, the whole area was just a disaster.
Yeah, what
Just
it is that
demolished.
it hurts to put your legs together after you're on a horse for
Oh.
the first time. You have to walk with your legs like spread apart.
No chafing at all.
You can't put your like the way that your legs are open when you're sitting on the horse is how you have to walk for the next couple weeks, because walking with your legs next to each other, it causes an immense amount of pain, but it goes away. It's not like it's forever.
Imagine barebacking a horse. That would be fucking wild.
People do it all the
People do
time.
that. People do that.
Barebacking.
It probably hurts more.
You hold on to the mane, and it's not like saddles aren't like so much padding. Most of the padding is under in the saddle pad, but
Yeah.
People bareback ride
You
all
think
the
the horse
time.
prefers a saddle or bareback?
Bareback. Yeah, I think a horse prefers bareback because when you put like you see a saddle on a horse, but there's a lot of other stuff there. You have the saddle pad first, which is like a thick padded
Yeah, like a
blanket.
blanket.
And then you have the saddle, but then you have a girth strap. And this is a very interesting thing when I say horses have sense of humor. You put the girth strap around his belly to hold the saddle on. You're tying the saddle on. And the girth strap it's like this thick spring-loaded sort of thing. But and you have to make it as tight as humanly possible. So when you're putting it on the horse will hold his breath. So that way his stomach sucks in. It's very funny. So anyway, yeah, I think bareback is what a horse prefers because they sweat a lot under that saddle pad. They're not going to sweat a lot under your ass. Yeah.
How does that prevent the saddle from doing this though? Like, even if it's really tight,
I mean, I imagine saddles have
the
been
horse
developed.
breathing is gonna eventually loosen it up. No.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to retighten the straps.
Get out of the goddamn kitchen.
Doesn't that like limit them from being able to like go full capacity though?
No.
If you're limiting their breathing.
You're not really limiting their breathing, but horses do find it to be somewhat uncomfortable. I mean, can't really blame them.
This guy is being a
And then
real
there's
pain in the ass.
Then you have to put, the fucking, it depends, but like obviously if you're putting reins on, then you have to put the harness on, and then that requires putting, like, people look at reins and they don't realize that you're steering the horse's mouth, basically. Like there's a large steel bar and you put it in the horse's mouth. And a lot of times the horse will like open its mouth for you to fucking do it. It's very funny. But
You know what I didn't have in my bingo book was that apparently Amish people abuse the fuck out of horses, and there's more cases of horse abuse coming from that area in Pennsylvania than anywhere else in the country.
I'm not surprised by that, but not because they're Amish, but because there is so much horse abuse, and Amish people just tend to be around horses way more than the general public. So you would assume that the abuse rates would be higher.
They don't give a fuck about them apparently. Like they
That
don't
doesn't
even
surprise me.
They
They're
don't treat
fucking-
them at all.
Yeah, they're
good
fucking
or anything.
idiots. They're idiots. Of course, that's the fucking way they are.
That's
They
kind of
don't
a
know.
fucked up blanket statement to make.
Sorry.
Not all Amish people are beating their horses, but people that are going to be around horses way more than the general public is also going to be a lot more instances of horse abuse because they are around them more. Like, there's not going to be a lot of horse abuse from the people in this apartment because most of the people in this apartment have never been around horses. But Amish people literally use
True, but
horses
that's not the
morning, noon, and
statistic
night.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about them actually just treating horses like shit because that's just how they are. They do it.
It's fucked up, dude. Horses that have been abused are really traumatized. It's hard to ride a horse that's been abused. It's hard to even move in front. If you just like raise your arm up innocently in front of horses that were abused, you're gonna get your fucking hand.
Is
beat
it
right the
Amish
fuck
or
up.
Mennonites that do
Mennonites
that?
are basically Amish people that use some electricity. They're like more lax on the rules.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's one of them. It's either one or the other.
Probably
yeah.
whichever one's more religious.
I don't think that they have a difference in
It
their
does
level
have
of
something
religion.
to do with that because in their religion, like horses don't have souls, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
what you do to
That's
them.
what I'm getting at, man. That's what I meant. That was what I meant when I
I
said
have to
that
go
they're
deal with my
kind of
blood sugar. I'll be right back.
kind of idiots. Is because when you put religion at the center of everything and you use it to dictate everything, it includes the way you treat animals, the planet, people around you.
Yeah, it's
And
wild.
That's
That's when it's a
problem.
problem.
you
Yep.
know.
Once you start fucking other shit up because of the way you think, that's not good.
Yeah, man. It comes with an incredible amount of what just happened.
Like keep to yourself. If you want to be religious, do that, but don't involve anything else with your dumb shit.
Yeah.
Don't involve me. Don't involve animals. Don't involve children. None
It's
of that
just-
shit.
You know what I mean? There's just a level of self-righteousness that comes along. What is going
Don't try to
on?
shove it on anybody. Fucking knocking on people's
Something-
doors.
Something is happening.
Oh yeah, what's
We
happening?
got kicked off.
Oh yeah.
We're still live on YouTube and FB, but we got kicked off of.
That happened to me earlier with my stream too.
Oh, okay, so maybe Twitch is just having an issue today.
Probably. Let me check my stream, see if
Oh, is that what it is? Sarah said Twitch is owned by Amish people. They were like, "Fuck you, dude."
The Amish lobby. No, it's on your end. Mine's still going.
All right, hold on. Let me go back to the stream again because I don't know why I killed it. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, hey, we'll launch it again. That's weird. I've seen a lot of weird things. Like my computer crashing. That's something that's like a normal thing. But when you're live to a bunch of places and only one boots you, that's weird.
Well, you know, technically, that's in their fucking
They changed that.
TOS or whatever.
They changed that rule.
Did they?
Yeah, you
'Cause
can stream
When
everywhere now.
when I started streaming, you weren't allowed to stream on any
That's exactly right.
multiple
Yeah,
platforms at the same
it's
time.
changed since then, and it's like a big deal that it changed too because people really wanted that to happen, and it did.
Well, because it's
And once
stupid.
it's stupid. And once they did that, you know, I followed suit immediately. But
Eh,
yeah,
what are you gonna do?
yeah, I know, right? Let's see here. Did you see what's going on with Afro Man?
Yep.
Dude, he won today.
Did he?
Yeah,
I didn't know he won.
which he should have.
Dude, did you see the fucking lawyer trying to make him sound like
He
he's
was
the
the
bad
bad guy?
guy for not feeling bad about what's happening to the
Yeah.
fucking. He's like, don't you feel sorry for the lady who perpetrated on you
Yeah, right.
and
Yeah.
fucking violated all of your rights?
Yeah, right. Yeah, don't you feel bad for what you're doing? in this like,
Don't you feel bad for that
Oh, dude,
person?
it was total conservative logic, dude.
Oh
It
my
was-
god!
it was- I wronged you. You're mad at me about it. How dare you?
fucking victim. Holy
The
shit!
victim, dude. Oh my god. And he's like, do I
Dude,
feel bad? He's like, victimize them. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, they came into my house. That person aimed a gun at me, aimed a gun at my kids. They were in the wrong fucking place. They damaged my property. He's like, so
Cut security
no.
cams.
Yeah, they damaged all the security cams. They give the cams the finger. How'd that work out for you guys? Fucking idiots. But I love his style, man. I still love his style, dude. He only had that one hit song, but he should have more than that. He should be more popular than that. He's too cool. He's too cool to not be
he's got a
popular.
bunch of songs people
Yeah,
are talking about. But,
they do. But I like his suit. I like the American flag suit.
yeah, that's
Where
just
the chorus-
wild, man.
That's wild.
I've been seeing
His war what?
I've been going through a lot of shit, just
Yeah.
researching a bunch of shit and looking into like the actual documents and all the evidence.
Oh, you? Yeah.
myself instead of just hearing about it.
Scary. Crazy shit.
Woo, dude.
Yeah. Ooh.
Dude. This goes way back. Like
Oh, I
of-
know. I know. It
of
does.
course we knew that, but
Yeah.
like
Pat.
having actual proof of all this now is like
yeah, wild.
holy crap, because
Not
now
only
it's
is it
like
wild-
now what? Now what do
not
we
only
do
is it
about all
wild, bro,
this?
Not only is it wild, but when you dig into the cultural hand they played
Holy shit.
using Reddit and all that shit,
Way before
just
that
go-
too.
it's like, wow, the crazier conspiracy theorist version of myself was fucking far more
Dude.
right about all this shit than even I thought I was.
Like I'm not religious or anything, but the way they
Yeah.
manipulated Christians in this
Huh?
country is fucking wild.
Oh, wait, hold on a second, dude.
Something happened?
Sorry, I'm here. Oh, he's always on the fucking counter. Sorry, I'm gonna leave my camera off while I eat because who the fuck wants to watch someone eat? But I'm still here. I just
Oh.
Dealing too late with my diabetes shit. I just had to send Rick off to get me needles because they're in a place that I cannot reach. Sorry.
It's all right.
Sorry. Crick and creek. Water and warder. Sorry and sorry. Have you ever met someone? Have you ever met someone? Have you ever known someone that fucking pronounces it warder
Water?
instead of water?
I've heard
Give me
water.
some water.
Water.
I used to be really, really good friends
Water,
with someone.
water.
I used to be really, really good friends with someone. And one day I realized he was one of those fucking people that says warder and really changes your feelings. How you
wonder if he
see
also-
someone.
I wonder if he also hung the toilet paper backwards.
Yeah,
That's not a problem.
but yeah, as I was saying, they fucking been playing Christians in this country for fucking like
Yeah.
like forever.
Yeah.
What
Like
do you mean?
60 years
At least, dude. I remember when Zeitgeist
or
came out
more.
in the
I don't
early
even know what
2000s.
fucking year it is right now.
when Zeitgeist came out in the early 2000s, Peter Joseph, who made that documentary, if you listen to the very end, he was like, there's a plan coming that these people have been working on for over 50 years. And he said that then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was
for
like
you to
20
say it's
years
been
ago.
about 60 years, like, yeah, it aligns
Dude.
almost perfectly. But dude,
Even like
you know-
down to like Christmas songs and like everything.
yeah,
Like shit was wild. Like
Yeah,
how
yeah.
deep it goes.
the social engineering is,
It's it's been deep.
yeah,
And like
So-
I don't think a lot of people are gonna make it out of this. Like
No, they won't.
mentally, like without just being like, no, I reject that. They're just gonna reject it all because they're too deep in this fucking
100%. Yeah, they have a normality bias in the world now, where I think those of us have been walking around our whole lives going, this shit sucks. Everything's wrong. Like something's wrong here.
Yeah, and like unless you've been looking into this shit for the past 20, 30 years
Yeah.
and you've eased into it,
Right.
you must be going fucking bananas right
Yeah,
now
if you're new
finding
to
out
this.
shit. Because
Yeah,
you're
if
not
you're
gonna
new-
know what's like
Yeah.
what's more probable and like what's just bullshit, like all like people are just coming up with their own fucking connections and shit, and you're like, oh my god, like
Well, to
they
be
don't
fair,
know
I
it.
mean,
They don't know enough to make the right connections, but they're trying to make these
They're trying.
connections, and it's
Well,
becoming
let's
like
keep in mind,
weird.
I mean, we've got to keep in mind, dude, they released 3 million documents and they're still illegally holding the other 3 million. So the number of connections
You know
that
what
can
those
be made
are,
here is
right?
like a human brain.
You know
dude.
what those are, right?
Of course I know what those are.
That's all the 9/11 shit.
I thought it was probably that. It was all the shit about the president. It was all the fucking
Nah,
like
it's
the hardest-
between 1999 and 2002.
right. The hardest,
It's like, come on,
nastiest shit is in that part of it.
you know it has something to do with 9/11.
Of course it does.
Well,
And-
one file came out
Oh, it's
where
gonna.
someone was writing to, I don't know if it was someone wrote to Ghislaine Maxwell or what, but they said it was right after 9/11 and they were like, where's the real pilot or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And people are
Why did he-
assuming that it had to do with 9/11.
Mm,
Why did it even have to be a pilot?
right. Yeah. What'd you guys get out of that? I mean, we know what they got out of it. That we don't have to examine it. I mean, our civil rights have been trampled on ever since. And George Bush trampled on our civil rights, and then Barack Obama extended it and also did it. So like,
Remember how there was the planes that were landed other places and the people
Yeah.
were
Yeah. So Pennsylvania.
making phone calls to the people like calmly
Mhm.
about it. And
They
then
shut
they
them
all went missing after that, obviously.
well, I mean, originally I remember them
But
saying there were
dude-
7 planes missing.
That they could have just been fucking drones, and they could have just
Could have been.
hijacked.
Well, I don't know about
they could have just
2001.
hijacked two, 3 planes,
Yeah.
went somewhere, got rid of them. Don't ever talk about this. Chop the planes up, because why are you gonna waste good planes?
Well, I don't know. They would waste.
And
good planes.
then just fucking use.
Dude, there's still an entire flight missing from a few years ago.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna do something like this,
Alright. Psst, psst, psst.
do it the cheapest way possible, right? Yeah, that's what
Right.
that's
Yeah,
the whole.
yeah, but dude, you're talking about people with endless resources. They
Yeah.
don't-
No,
they don't
I'm
care
just
about
going.
that.
I'm going off the rails here. I'm not going with evidence or anything.
I mean, yeah,
But,
but they have like if you have $1 billion, you can crash a plane like that 1,000,000 times and still have money. Like there is no. I feel like nobody can understand the concept of billions.
But they had the fucking autopilot capability then. They could just fly themselves at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could program flight plans into them motherfuckers.
You think so in 2001?
Yeah.
Hmm.
They were way ahead of their time, the airline industry with all that shit.
I think we're gonna take our break.
Yeah, because what the fuck is that sound I'm hearing?
I'm not sure.
What is that?
I'm not
Oh my
hearing
god,
anything.
it's Moop snoring. Dude, it's so fucking loud. If I put the microphone up to her right now, you'd go deaf.
But yeah, those years that are missing are gonna be wild. They're probably not even gonna release them.
We'll see.
They're not gonna release shit.
They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it easily. I'll tell you that.
If they don't, it's really fucked up, and it's
Yeah, it's
basically
bad.
what we all know it is.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, like 9/11 was fucked up, but my number one desire is that pedophiles get what's coming to them. I care about that more than fucking
Al Qaeda
anything.
is backing Israel now in Lebanon.
I have no idea what to do with what you just said.
Did you hear about that? Did you hear about this?
No, I can't listen to me. I've reached a point in the last week where I've looked at the Middle East and I see what's going, and obviously I know what the problem is, how this got this way. I know all of that, but what I don't understand is there are missiles and bombs going in every single fucking direction. Countries that are religiously akin to one another are bombing each other.
I told you it's not going to stop.
Well,
with fucking
here's the
Gaza
thing.
and Iran.
Right.
It's going to
Yes,
be all the
yes, they-
countries around it.
Right.
Saudi
You're not-
Arabia,
you're not
Qatar,
being-
all that shit.
But you're not being specific enough. It's not that they are bombing other countries. Iran
Right.
is bombing United States bases in other countries.
Yeah, but they're not
They're
just
not-
bombing
Not just that,
bases. They
though.
took out a whole fucking apartment complex.
They
in
just
Saudi Arabia.
displaced the whole fucking area of Lebanon.
Yeah, like
This
Like,
is what
they-
our generals have warned for so long. Don't do
Even with
this. This is what.
displacement order.
Shit. My little-
okay. All right, now I'm doing the break.
my little
All right.
gun.
I'm gonna mute you guys. Mute. And we shall return in 5 minutes. And welcome back, everybody. We are
Okay.
here.
God, I look so angry in that. Okay. Man, I look crazed. Anyway, yeah, I forgot his name. But anyway, he was a member of the mafia, I believe in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. And, like there's been a lot of possibilities. Mafia was one of them. That was a big possibility. And he went into such intense detail about how he did it, who he was with, how it happened, where the gun went, where the fucking whatever went, where
Yeah,
the
dude was
bullets
totally
were
pro.
left. Like, I mean, it was probably the most convincing fucking thing. Like, I mean, it was very interesting. Very
It was the most
interesting.
convincing. It was the most convincing piece of information I've ever seen
Yeah.
about
And
it.
he
or
was
ever
like,
used.
the person interviewing him was very silent. They let the guy just sort of tell his story. But at one point, I think they asked him, like, do you feel bad for what you did? And he gave a very mafia answer. He was like, it was just another job.
Just
I
a
was
job.
given a job and then I went and I did my job. Like, that's all it was to me. It wasn't like,
Do you think
oh my
that
God,
points
here's
to
the president.
psychopathy? Do you think for one person to shoot another person dead and just walk away and be like, it's just work? Do you think? I feel like you have to have a level of psychopathy.
Okay, so
for that.
Rick and I had this conversation the other day where Rick said he was talking about like mafia members that have killed other people. Like not everyone in the mafia
Is
has
that guy still alive?
killed lots of people. I think he may have died not too long ago. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but he was in prison when he did that interview, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, he was saying like, that he basically referred to some mafia members as like serial killers. And I was like, okay, wait. What is the definition of a serial killer? Is it just the amount of people that were killed, or is it
No.
someone that desires to go out and kill? Because
so that's the
it's
question.
if it's the second one, then no, I wouldn't call
When,
most mafia, like some mafia members are like known to be fucking batshit. They
I don't
want to
know how
hurt you.
anyone could look at
But-
the Iceman and say that's not a serial
Just
killer.
like I said, there are some mafia members who are legitimately and known even amongst other members that like them, that the dude's unhinged. But most mafia members, first of all, killing is not the first go-to. That's not the number one first choice.
But historically,
And-
there are guys who are way more fucking violent
Historically,
and way more.
There are members of the mob, just like anything else, that are unhinged, that are fucking violent overall. They'll just hit you at that for no reason, whatever. But like the entity of the mafia is not just a bunch of serial killers. And I don't believe that just like, I don't think that, what is, Pat, is your definition of a serial killer just however X amount of people were killed by this person? Is your definition of a serial killer a person that has a bloodlust to go out and kill? Which one do you consider a serial killer to be?
I think. Am I muted? No. I think my definition of a serial killer is probably a little complicated because it's more of a psychological thing, and it's probably
Well, that would be the second thing.
it's more of like
Like a need, right? Like a need that has to be fulfilled to
like an
kill.
obsession,
Yes.
type
Yes,
thing.
and under that definition, which is also my definition of a serial killer, mafia members aren't by default serial killers just because they've killed some dudes. They're not. Like, it's
Well, there's people
It's
that
not
kill
like-
a lot of people throughout their lifetime. Like, say you're one of the guys that on death row and you have to kill the fucking inmates, and it's
Yeah.
usually the same guy all the time. Do you
Sure,
consider him a serial killer because he's killed 10
Exactly.
people in his life?
exactly. People don't consider
Yes, and to
soldiers
be honest
serial
with you,
killers.
I do. Yes, no, I'm sorry. I do consider him a serial killer. I think the people who get hired to do those jobs want to kill people.
Or
I think
say,
they want to, and they
say a
found a way to do
sniper
it
in the
legally.
military
Yeah,
that
serial
has
killer.
50
Military's
confirmed
different.
kills. Oh, it's
Huh?
different now.
Military's
you go.
different.
It's different
Sorry.
now.
Military's
Okay.
the only thing that's different in my mind.
Mm.
Is it? Is it?
We have very different ideas of what a
but
serial
whoa,
killer
let me
is.
clarify. some people in the military are serial killers. But
Of course.
I think the military forces a lot of young people who are destroyed for the rest of their lives by the things that they've done. Whereas when you look at like the mafia or a serial killer who wants to kill somebody, those guys aren't destroyed by what they've done.
Well,
You know what I
first
mean?
of all,
The guy who pulls
first
the
of all,
lever
there's
at
a
the
lot
fucking-
there's a lot of blanket statements you're making, and it just isn't the case. Not every soldier is one way. Not every mafia member is one way. There are mafia members that regret things that they did. There are soldiers that fucking don't. Like, they're not all the same.
Mafia lives matter.
My point is just that, like, no, they're not. They're not. They don't have this serial killer bloodlust that you're talking about because they shot someone. That doesn't mean they're not killing
Well, I mean,
someone.
like, what about somebody who just drops a bomb or like does an explosion and kills 100 people at once just because it's like a radical thing or because it's a military thing
Are
or
they
whatever?
a serial killer?
Are they?
No,
Are
I
they
don't think
serial
that they're.
killer?
No, I don't think so.
Or are they a mass murderer at that point?
Yes.
I don't know.
a mass
Yeah,
murder.
they are a mass murderer.
Yes.
But
Well,
Yes,
I don't.
there's other terms
Types. Yeah. A mass murder is literally the
would fit
definition is in
better
the name.
than a
Right, but
serial killer
stalking
at
from
this point.
person to person
That's a serial killer,
is a serial killer, and
and
mafia
that's not
people
what mafia
do that.
members do.
They do that.
No,
No,
they
that's-
don't.
They
that's a
hunt
hitman.
No, they
people.
don't. Nope.
do.
Nope. No. Mafia
And just
members
'cause it's for
aren't
business
like the
doesn't mean
fucking
it's not.
dude
There's
that's
no
like
lust.
driving past two couples in a car and he goes and shoots them because he's staring at them and he just can't help himself. Like,
Well-
mafia members are getting orders to take someone out because that person did X, Y, or Z.
That's more of like a
That's not
military situation.
Stalk. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. I mean,
You get
You
the
know what I
order,
mean?
you have to do it, or else you're gonna get it.
yeah, you're not stalking people and
So
following them in
But-
their cars
Yeah,
and
right,
waiting
but
for a moment.
but
like,
those guys eagerly signed up to be those people.
yeah,
So
for money.
if you sign
though,
up for a job
money.
where you know you're gonna have to put a bullet in someone's head at some point, and you're
No,
fine with it.
But the thing is, you're
There are
talking
not
about somebody getting
very-
paid versus somebody who
most
does it for
people-
fun.
Most people in the mafia didn't join the mafia because they're dying to kill someone.
no, but they know they have to, and they're fine with doing it.
Hang on.
Some.
No, it's Sarah's mic. Your mic is crackling so bad.
I don't hear anything. It's these wires. There's something wrong with one of them, and it's very hard for me to fix when I can't hear it. Anyway, yeah, just that's the other thing that seems to be a weird. Not everyone in the mafia is going out killing people, either. Like they're not all like
I'm not saying
Instead of going
that people
bowling,
that
they
didn't
just-
kill anybody aren't serial killers. But I am
I
saying-
think you're missing the distinction of it being
Yeah.
like indiscriminate or like
yeah,
discriminate.
exactly. Yes,
But is
exactly.
it indiscriminate? Did
No.
Did Jeffrey Dahmer indiscriminately pick
Yes.
victims? No, he had fucking absolute things he was going for
Yeah,
specifically.
but going after like someone with blonde hair over brown hair or whatever is still indiscriminate because they're strangers and he had nothing against them. Mafia members kill people that I don't know fucking stole all their fucking points of getting money or fucking whatever.
Yeah, they
the
also
fuck they did.
occasionally get completely enraged and punch somebody to death.
That is when
Because
I
they have
said
anger
there are
management
always going to be
problems.
people in the mob.
They have
in
anger
the
management
military
problems,
that are
and
unhinged.
they're perfectly fine with doing that to somebody else.
You
They're
are
okay with
talking
that.
about two different people here. You're talking about the outlier, crazy people that'll punch you to death, which is in the military, the cops, the fucking your
Sure.
school system, literally everywhere. I'm talking about the system overall. They're not just like I just want to kill someone tonight. Fuck it, I'm just gonna go to a bar and find someone. Like
They
that's
don't
not.
have to think like that. That's like the guy at the prison who pulls the fucking lever. He doesn't have to hunt. He's got his shit. He
People
does. He's
aren't
fine.
joining the mafia because they're excited that one day they're gonna kill someone.
No,
That's
but they're
not
okay
why.
with it though.
It is a part. It is a part of the system. And by the way, the people that are getting killed, not all of them, but most of them, did something that they also knew that was part of what might happen.
I'm fine with that.
So that is also the other side of the system.
Hey, listen, man. if
Most
those guys are
people
just-
that got killed by the mafia were not surprised when it happened.
Yeah. No, I mean that's a good point. But I do think some of those guys love to hurt people.
No women,
I
no
think they just
children.
love to.
What?
No women, no children.
But that's some bullshit too, because they did kill women.
Mm.
Not very
So,
often.
That's not a fucking thing, Rick. Like that's not
That's not a thing.
that's not a typical thing. No. And even drugs, that's a new thing. Like that's like a
Yeah, that's
you know,
Rico. That's Rico
that's like
shit.
John Gotti like drugs used to be a shameful thing.
That's what
that-
I was gonna mention. This interview that you saw, was it around the time that they were trying to pass the RICO laws? That was my whole question, because if they were using this guy to say, "Oh, look how dangerous the mafia is, they can even kill the president. We need to pass
no,
this law."
I don't think they were connected. I
Because
don't even
why
know
would
why
anybody
that guy
just
came
admit to
forward.
all this shit unless he wanted to like look tough or something like
He
that?
definitely didn't want to look tough. The dude was old as hell, and he was like fucked
Like-
up. Like there
Yeah,
was
it's
nothing
an
tough
old
about it.
Did he have
He wasn't.
dementia
It
or
wasn't.
something?
It also
Like-
wasn't like he was bragging. By the way, it wasn't
yeah,
at
it
all.
wasn't
It
that.
was very much like. It was literally
would
like
that-
listening to someone in the mob just talk about
Okay,
mob
but-
stuff.
Yeah.
The thing is, why would they need to hide that?
Hide it.
Why would they need to hide that if it was a
Well-
criminal that did it?
The
Because
guy
if you
hid
could
it.
trace it back to them, they don't want it traced back. But
What do
the,
you
but the guy
mean?
was a professional. It's not like he went to prison for that reason. He got caught doing some other shit.
I know, but I'm saying,
was-
why did the government have to hide that if they knew that this guy did it? And it was all open information.
It
and
wasn't. I mean,
and
it
the
wasn't
mafia
open
information.
information. That's like okay.
When
his
when
name
was this
was
interview?
the man's name is. His name is.
Like,
Our fucking stream restarted again.
but anyway, as I was saying, Harvard and shit, like, they were going through all these files that were declassified, and there's a lot of crazy shit in there that are linked to a certain foreign government as being the culprits for this. Whether they put out the hit, they did the hit themselves, but all their people started fleeing an hour before it happened, when they were supposed to be there longer, and this and that. And there's documents going back and forth.
I
There's
think
guys,
you should
there's
watch.
guys close to him in the cabinet or whatever, his fucking advisors and shit.
You
They
should.
were all linked to it. Like, a lot of fucked up weird shit just got uncovered out of that. And this isn't even the Epstein files. This is declassified JFK shit that just happened that people
You have to
probably
watch
don't
this
even hear
guy's
about
interview.
yet.
It's really interesting because he gives so much detail. Like it's literally like listening to someone remember their life. Like it's interesting, especially like even and like I'm not saying this because like I'm easy to convince. Like you can read comments on all these videos with these interviews, and everyone's like, "This is the most believable thing I've ever fucking heard." Like he's convinced everyone.
Yeah, because the official story we get is not believable.
And he also talks about Oswald's involvement and basically talks about how Oswald was involved or whatever. And it's very interesting. It's very
Yeah,
interesting.
why would you just admit to that?
I mean, I don't know, dude. Listen to the
There's
interview.
lots of people that have come out and fucking admitted to things.
I mean, the guy was old as shit and he's sitting in prison. It might just be time to tell them what happened.
I mean, somebody else admitted to it too, didn't they? A few people admitted to doing it,
I don't know who
trying to
admitted
claim
doing
the
it,
fame.
but I would highly recommend listening to that interview because that was the most believable thing I ever heard because it was so mechanical. It was like, this is where I was, this is what happened, this is what I used, this is what we did.
Did they look into it?
The guy had every single detail down.
Did they look into it to see if what he was saying was actually possible?
It was
Okay, so
horrible.
this is how this all came about. There was a guy who was investigating the JFK shit, and he got a tip from an FBI agent about this guy. And the guy doing the interview, who is also the investigator, basically harassed this dude in prison for, I think, years, if I'm not mistaken, before the guy finally agreed to talk to him. And eventually, after a long time of building some sort of relationship with this guy, allowing this guy to sort of trust him, agreed to do an interview. And that's when he basically tells the whole fucking story.
So we don't think it's just a story to get them off his back?
He's already in prison.
Absolutely
Like
not.
he wasn't.
Absolutely not. Yeah, he was in prison
he
for a
wasn't,
long
So
time.
they pestered him for years over it.
I mean, people crack all the time and fucking confess things.
No,
and
I
tell
mean,
stories. It's
why
not that
wouldn't you
unique.
just tell somebody a bullshit story just to get them off your back?
I'll tell you what, if that was a bullshit story, that was the most technical bullshit story I've ever heard. Like, that was way too detailed.
Dude, if
Talks
he's
about the
Italian, he's a
bullets,
storyteller
the guns,
anyway.
the
He
Yeah,
can
the
fucking
guy was
make
like
up
down
a
to the
story.
bullets.
All right,
I
like,
mean, it was...
you gotta just watch the interview. Just watch
I-
the interview and then
What's
go,
the guy's
okay.
name?
His
I'm
name-
trying to look it up.
His last name is Files. His name's like Jim File, James E. Files. Files. That's his name. James E. Files.
James Files?
Yeah. Yeah.
James Stutton?
Basically what happened was, so there's actually a little more to this story than this. 1 minute, I'm gonna sneeze. The guy who was originally doing the investigation, he dies. Someone else is the person. Someone that was an associate of the original investigator got this guy to do this interview. So the guy who actually was originally trying to get him to open up about this shit on tape instead of just in a closed room where there's no cameras, he never actually got to fucking see the end filmed anything
He was
because he
coined
died.
the Rodney Dangerfield of Kennedy assassins. What a title,
I miss Rodney Dangerfield.
right?
When I was growing up, my parents had a record of Rodney Dangerfield stand-up comedy, and I used to listen to it sometimes. And I loved Rodney Dangerfield.
In 2010, Playboy magazine published an article by Hill Levin in which the files also implicated Charles Nicoletti and John Roselli.
The other mafia. I mean, Roselli is a really famous mafia member, but all of the three mafia members that he implicates, Roselli being the one that gave him the job, all three of them separately were supposed to testify, and before each of them were supposed to testify, all of them were murdered.
Pretty wild.
That's funny. I never heard about this.
Roselli's murder prompted the formation of the U.S. House Select Committee on Assassinations.
Whoa.
So how did he get all the different angles of shots and stuff?
He didn't. He was not the only person there to shoot.
Oh, it was,
He
it
was
was a
not.
multiple person
Yeah,
job.
and actually,
Yeah.
so he talked about Lee Harvey Oswald, and he said that basically he was not told what the job was first. He was told, you have to go to whatever fucking state it was in. Was it Texas? I don't remember.
Texas,
You have to
yeah,
go
right.
there. You're going to be training
Houston.
for a couple weeks. When he was at the place where he's supposed to be training, Lee Harvey Oswald was there, and they spent a couple weeks together. And yeah, then he was basically told what he was supposed to do. So when he left the state to go there, he didn't yet know what he was going there to do. He just knew he had to go and do something.
I want to go back and watch the JFK movie that was made in the 90s with Kevin Costner. Because
Well,
that
who
movie,
killed JFK in that movie?
Kevin Costner, that movie's a true story, and Kevin Costner was a lawyer who didn't believe the original story. He didn't believe it was Oswald. And I mean, he uncovered like just mountains of shit that was involved in this. But I don't know who they claimed was the killer in the end, but it was definitely I can remember it. It's been years since I've seen it, but I remember it being mafia related.
Yeah.
And I remember them. I remember them basically just trying to make a case where it's like Oswald didn't fucking do this.
Well, he certainly didn't do it alone.
Or alone, he didn't do it. Yeah. I mean, the dude definitely had a fucking track record that said he was guilty of some shit, but pulled the trigger alone.
Apparently,
Man, even the most basic of fucking news reports say that they saw smoke and they heard sounds in other directions. Like
the sleuths plan JFK assassination conspiracy convention.
The what? Wait, what was that mouth of mush that you just spit out? Because I could not track it. The what?
Sleuths plan JFK assassination conspiracy convention.
So it's a convention with that name, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. So like,
I guess investigated those allegations that he claimed and found it to be not credible because
I mean, if you're gonna trust anyone, it's definitely gonna be those people.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh my God, can we
They
get
got a
someone
whole
from that group
convention.
on the show? Please,
got a whole
please,
convention.
can we get someone from that group on the show?
yeah,
I'm begging
let's do it.
everybody right now.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see it.
All right,
I
Pat.
mean,
yo, that's a hell of a name for a fucking.
That name is so fun. Does it have an abbreviation? Is it an anagram? Like
Oh, I didn't even think of that. What is it?
S sleuths? What sleuth something?
Hold on. What is it? SPJACC.
Spac? Spajak.
Spajik.
Sleuths. I want to know if they have a website. Sleuths what?
I got the Saratoga Performing Arts Center.
Sleuths what?
Wait,
sorry,
is this just a headline or is this a convention? I'm trying to figure this out because that sounds kind of like a headline.
This is where it starts,
It
Pat.
does. I thought at first that it was a headline, but then you told me it was a group.
Sleuths plan JFK assassination. That sounds like a newspaper headline.
It does. It could be anything. There has to be groups. That's
What
but
the
like
fuck?
the alien conventions. There has to be
Hold
people
on.
that just do this and nothing else.
Okay, I found the newspaper from 1994.
Did you say 1994?
That's when the guy made his confession.
I feel like that's when the JFK movie came out.
I have no fucking idea. I've never seen that movie. Probably it came out in the 90s though.
No, it came out in 91.
Wow, I was gonna say late 90s.
Yeah, 91. It's Kevin Costner is in it, Gary Oldman is in it, Tommy Lee Jones is in it, Donald Sutherland is in it, John Candy is in it, Kevin
Who
Bacon
plays
is in it.
JFK?
Let's see.
John
Joe
Candy?
Pesci. Oh yeah, Joe Pesci is in
Oh
it.
my God! Imagine Joe Pesci playing JFK. That would be
Oh my God.
amazing.
Jack Lemmon is in it. Jim Garrison.
Is Jack Lemmon the guy from Grumpy Old Men?
I don't know. I forgot John Candy was in it. Like that's kind of blowing my fucking mind.
That's a
right
weird
now.
movie for John Candy to be in.
Weird.
It'd be crazy to be like my favorite John Candy movie is JFK.
Dude, if I type in John Candy in the search bar, it immediately goes John Candy JFK 1991.
That doesn't make any sense at all. No one
I
even
can't
knows
be
he's
the-
in that fucking movie.
Oh, yes. I do remember his part in this. Yeah. Oh man, he looked like the real guy exactly too. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up a picture of John Candy in the JFK movie. It's the last name you expect to fucking hear because it's an extreme Henry. Because it's an extremely serious role. Hold on, give me a minute.
I often really like when comedians play serious roles. I feel like they like remember when Robin Williams was in that fucking movie where he's the photo guy and it's like
Yes.
a kind of creepy horror movie.
Yeah.
I thought he was absolutely amazing in that. And I just think that whenever comedians end up doing a serious role, they're like shockingly great.
Yeah,
people
I
to
mean
do
his role was short, but he was real good though. I mean, it was unlike anything you ever saw John Candy do, but you can see the guy he's playing is at the top.
I
then-
imagine that John Candy's probably being in a lot of serious roles that we don't really even know or think about because we
You know,
don't
I
look
feel-
for them.
I feel bad that I never ever saw John Candy's last movie, the Canadian comedy that he did. I never fucking saw. You know, I'm putting that on the list. That's on my to-do list.
All right, so I found that news article, and it said a FBI special agent Oliver Revel
That sounds familiar. That name.
said that the Bureau investigated everything that he said and found it to be not credible.
I mean, of course, if the bureau,
Yeah, of course,
involved,
of
they're not
course,
going to say
yeah,
that.
of course
I mean,
that, yeah.
So, I mean, we're
Now,
seeing
to
that
be
play out
fair,
in real time in front of us right now.
That guy, as far as I can remember, because the interview is like almost 2 hours long, I don't think he knew why it was happening. He wasn't like, oh, the reason why this happened is because my boss fucking said that we needed to do this for X, Y. Like, it wasn't like that. It was just like, this was the order I got, and I did it. I don't think he had, I mean, he probably had ideas, but I don't think he knew or was ever told this is why this happened.
I mean, you have to be either fucking dumb as rocks to know that you're about to assassinate the president and still go through with it, knowing that you're probably going to be fucking murdered or go to jail for the rest of your life almost immediately.
So first of all, it wasn't dumb. It was literally just like, I'm sending you here for a job. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, what,
So,
you didn't know
like,
who the
for
guy
anyone
was
to
that
be,
you're
for
supposed to
anyone
kill?
to immediately be like, no, he did know when he got there.
That's what I'm
when
saying.
he
Like,
was
you know,
sent-
you know who you're going for, and you still were like, all right, yeah, I could do this, no problem.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think if that's his job, you would just
He's
go,
a
okay,
fucking
yeah, sure.
assassin. I mean,
He's
it
an
was his
assassin. I
job.
mean, it's his
Shit,
job.
yeah, the president, though, I'm saying.
But to also understand is the amount of fucking hatred that the mafia had for JFK at the time.
Yeah,
It would have not
massive.
been looked at as like, he's the president. It would have been looked at as that fucking scumbag. So,
Dude, watch
you
this
know,
JFK movie. Watch
That's
this JFK
crazy.
movie. It's fucking crazy.
Eh.
John Candy died a few months after this movie was made.
Yeah.
I think that's really sad to think about because it means that when you watch him in this movie, there's already a problem.
I
So-
mean,
I mean, yeah. I mean, he was overweight his whole, for a big portion of his life. That was obviously a problem. He had a bit of a drinking issue. But goddamn, man,
whatever else he did too, coke
Yeah, I mean-
probably.
basically, here's the thing. The mafia helped JFK get elected.
right? Yes.
But then after JFK became president, he basically made like an all-out assault on mafia. And
Right.
the mafia saw it as like, you have to understand, dude, if the mafia does something that they consider a favor, you are indebted to them. That is just the fucking way that the system works. So when JFK and his fucking brother decided to have like a full-on fucking attack on the mafia took that as the ultimate fucking betrayal. They
You
all
see that in the
hated
movie.
him. They hated him. So for someone, an assassin, to be told by their boss, this is who you're going to kill, the idea of like, that's the president of it, would not have even crossed their mind because that's not how he was looked at.
I mean,
It was just a mark.
Yeah, pretty much.
that's still that's a heavy mark.
It
Heavy
is.
mark. It is a heavy mark. That's for
Like
sure.
that's
but listen,
ultimate
man.
consequences.
We also
Yeah.
have to consider the.
It's not just some Joe on the side of the road that nobody gives a fuck about.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
dude, but you have to understand too. Like the networking here is so fucking deep that there would be no consequences. Like if you watch that movie and you see the number of people involved. in
That's
this,
the other. That's
Like-
a big thing is that there's
he knew
there's
he
so
was
many
gonna be
people
fine.
involved. There's so
I
many
mean,
people
look,
involved.
You know how it was like people lining the fucking streets and everything.
Yep.
And they say, "Oh, the grassy knoll, the grassy knoll." Like nobody saw this dude standing there with a fucking gun
So he actually
right
talks about
across
where
the
he was.
road.
He actually talks a lot about that, where he was and everything else, and like where he decided to be standing and all this other
Fucking
stuff.
wild.
And like he actually talks about like there's someone that walked in front of me and I thought they might have seen me while I was putting my shit back in the briefcase. And like, it's interesting because the person he saw is on that film that everybody has seen of the shooting a million fucking billion times. He's talking about someone that you can literally see on the film. It's so interesting. And he's talking about like where he was located. He's like, there was a fence behind me. I went over the fence. Like, it's all just very interesting. I have to say, if my job was to kill someone, I would want there to be a crowd of people. I would want to not be the only person on the street.
I mean,
You gotta
yeah,
set up in a way where you
but-
can make chaos happen immediately after.
like
Yeah.
nobody was like, "Oh, he ran that way." Like,
Well, they were,
that-
but
oh,
if
that-
like
that
if you
guy
listen
just
to
shot
the initial
he
news
just went that way.
reports, if you listen to the initial news reports, people pointed in like 3 different directions. So like,
One thing
What
that
did
you would
people
have
hear?
on your side when it comes to the area, there's like tall buildings in every direction. If you shoot a gun, the sound of that shot is gonna fucking, it's gonna come off of every building, and it's gonna sound like
Right,
there's
it
shots
echoes.
coming
Yeah,
from
yeah,
every
yeah.
direction.
it's like that
I mean,
Texas
yeah, but
shooting.
if like the precision shot that you're gonna have to do, it's got to be like a rifle, probably. It's
He
not
actually
just
talked
just
about
a
the
fucking
guns.
handgun.
He said it was
talks
a
about the gun,
22.
yeah. No, that's not what he said. There's no way he killed JFK from that far away with a 22. There's
But
just no way. That
that's what I'm
bullet would have
saying.
bounced off his head.
He talked a lot about the guns.
But he did talk about the guns, and I remember
22
that part.
caliber, yeah, that probably wouldn't even.
Yeah, that would bounce off his head.
I mean,
It was
if
some sort
he
of
was
rifle.
close. If he
It was
was
some
real
sort
close.
of. It was some sort of rifle.
Oh no, you know what he said? He said that it was a, I don't remember what type of gun it was, but it might have been a 22, but he said it was an altered gun. It was a
Okay,
gun
yeah,
that
yeah.
they had fucking made into something
Yeah, I remember.
else.
Yeah, it made something else.
Altered
Yeah,
beast.
yeah.
Yeah, and he like went
Oh,
into
what a
a
great game.
lot of detail about the gun itself and that it had been altered, and he described the way in which
Yeah,
it
yeah.
had been altered.
Yeah.
I think it said that in the fucking what it was. Maybe it was a 222. A
Oh.
222.
I don't know enough about guns. I only know very little, so I know a 22 is a small, weak bullet. I know that, but you can kill somebody with it. But I don't know if you could do it from the distance.
I mean, you can
22
probably kill
here
someone
it
with
is,
a
right here.
fucking apple if you were
Vernon
determined enough.
submitted a
Well, here's the
222
thing. I mean, JFK's head was torn off practically. A 22 is not going to do that.
It says right here that the Vernon, fuck, I just lost it. Vernon submitted a 222 caliber cartridge jacket found on the grassy knoll years later to dental testing and claimed marks on the shell matched the teeth patterns of the guy files, who habitually stuck spent shell jackets in his mouth.
Yeah, he
Oh,
talked about
yo.
how the big.
Why the fuck would you do that?
So
Wouldn't
he
it
talked
burn
about
you?
that. So he did talk about how that was something that when he looks back on it, it was kind of something that he realized that maybe he shouldn't have done, but it was kind of his thing to fucking do this as like his mark. And
Well, wouldn't it burn the shit out of you? Shell casings are fucking hot as fuck when they come out of the gun. You don't want to touch them.
Oh, and by the way, a 222 makes a hell of a lot more sense. I just pulled up a picture of one, and that's a fucking bullet that tears your head apart.
It's got to be a rifle
It's-
then.
Oh yeah. It's a 222 Remington. Like I don't know much about guns, but I know that
That shit is hot as
fucking
fuck. You're
tears
not
your
putting
head
that
off.
in your mouth after it comes out of the gun, unless you like waited and like when you were cleaning up. He had time to clean up? That doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
yeah,
If you-
Why would
because
he leave
every
that
single
there?
because every person ran in the opposite direction of him.
Well, why would he leave
Yeah.
that there then on the grassy knoll, like they're saying, if he was that careful? You're gonna bite it and then throw
Oh,
it
I
on the
wouldn't
ground?
necessarily say he was super careful.
But wait, hold on. I'm just saying. Think about what this guy is saying. He bit into this thing and then he just left it there. That's what you're telling. That's what he's saying.
I'm
That's what
trying to
this
look up
article is saying.
information about his explanation of the.
And to me, that sounds funky. That sounds sus right there.
Okay, so here's the information. Files claims that he used a Fireball single shot pistol Remington XP100. He said it was used before that day for such purposes. He I'm trying to. 1 second.
Yeah, that
because
doesn't sound right to me.
It cut off everything. 1 minute.
Cause like, I mean, look, you're a hitman. You're cleaning up. You pick up the bullet off the fucking ground after it's cooled down, mind you, because you're gonna have to wait for the fucking thing to cool down. You're not gonna just pick it up right away, unless you got like fucking thick gloves on or something. And then you're not gonna put it in your mouth right away. You're still gonna have to wait. So that he waited for this thing to cool down, and then he takes it, bites on it in his mouth, and then he just throws it back on the ground. For somebody else to find later. Like that's the events in my head that would have had to happen for this to be left there. Unless I'm fucking unless
I
I'm
don't
dumb.
know if the what he bit was like, I need to listen to it because I don't want to talk about something someone said when I don't remember exactly what was said. All I do remember for sure is that he did leave something behind that he did later recognize as being somewhat foolish. But I don't remember the details.
It's in that article that I put in the chat right there.
But I can tell you that if you want to know the details, he does not leave out details. Like, that dude was incredibly fucking tediously detailed. So
Okay, so wait a minute. So just to address this issue here, when a 222 Remington bullet casing initially leaves the gun, it's anywhere between 200 and 500 degrees, but it typically cools down in a matter of seconds. It's only hot when it fires out of the gun for that few seconds. So like if it were to shoot out and hit your hand or hit you in the face, you'd be burned pretty bad pretty fast.
Yeah,
but it doesn't take long to cool off.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a little less than a minute.
I mean, keep in mind, man, a casing that's empty is going to cool quick. Right?
Is it
like,
though?
There's
metal
nothing in
doesn't
it.
just cool off instantly like that.
I don't know.
I'm saying you don't fucking touch shells for until you know that shit's cooled off because they get fucking super hot. Anyway,
Sensation shooters often describe the feeling of hot brass landing on the skin, similar to kitchen grease.
I mean, yeah.
Interesting. How fast does it cool off?
So I'm just, that to me sounds fucking wild. That's their lead on that. They found this in the grassy knoll. Like, why would he do that? No, like habitually. Why? What do you mean habitually? What do you just standing there waiting for the bullet to fucking cool off, and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna put that fucking thing in my mouth as soon as it's cooled off.
I don't know, man. I gotta listen to the interview again and find out what the fuck you said.
That sounds so sensational to me. I'm sorry.
Let's see. What's his name again, Sarah?
James Files.
I mean, I'm sure it's a good story and everything, but that kind
James
of
Earl
that's
Files.
throwing me off.
Man, this dude's had great hair. Vernon is the owner of the bullet. James Files, the owner of the bullet casing with the teeth marks on it, even though it was not found until 1987.
Because you also have to look at this from
Whoa,
today's perspective, where everything is a fucking psyop back then.
Wait.
So this guy
It
is
was
probably a
such an
fucking
easy psyop.
psyop too.
It was so easy to psyop back then too because there's no internet, right?
Yeah.
But that bullet casing laid out there for 20 years before anyone found it?
I mean, come on. Metal
you're telling
detector.
me
People with metal
the
detectors
FBI
combed that thing multiple
Right.
times over
Right.
the years.
You're telling me the FBI, the CIA, and just the government in general,
And the
investigating a
enthusiasts.
presidential assassination didn't find a fucking bullet casing for 20 years?
Dude, the sleuths convention fucking probably went there with metal detectors.
Yeah, they were ready to go there, man.
Dude, Kennedy was the biggest fucking thing back then. He was
just a
like the
fucking
Michael
asshole.
Jackson of that era.
Yeah, he was.
He was
Yeah,
like, he was bigger than anything else.
yeah, he was huge. He was probably the most popular and famous president since him was probably Obama. Probably.
Not like maybe half, not even close.
Yeah. He was a rock star, man. He was.
Oh,
Everybody thought he was-
JFK.
Yeah, he was a rock star. Everybody thought that
He
was
had
gonna give us
women
everything.
throwing
He
themselves
was
at
the
him.
his whole thing was just that he was young and
Marilyn Monroe.
I
all
mean,
that
you
shit.
know, yeah, and then they killed her.
Yeah, they killed her. They killed him.
Yeah, they killed them all.
I mean, JFK had her killed, but
Killed
yeah.
his whole family. Practically.
Yeah, we're lucky enough to get.
Yeah,
RFK.
yeah, we
great.
got the only one left.
There's nothing more. There's nothing more 2026 than RFK.
Oh God, it's like the anti JFK.
Yeah. It's like,
He's literally the anti JFK.
yeah, right. It is so 2026. That's what we get. We get that.
Yeah, but so if you look at it from a cover up angle, it gets a little crazier, especially with all the shit that just came out.
Hmm.
Which I tend to. I'm not surprised by any of it, really.
But it's still surprising, isn't it? Like even when it's something you look at and you go,
I
knew
always
this was
consider.
happening."
I always just thought it was our government, though, not a foreign government. You know what
Well,
I mean? I
I've
wasn't
always said
expecting
that-
that
Can
kind
you
of
mute?
surprised me.
I
That
always said
surprised me a little bit.
I always said that none of these world leaders have any allegiance to us.
Yeah,
Like
but-
they're just looking over the whole planet. Like they live in their own country above us.
And everybody.
People who run shit, they're just the manager of this location.
Oh,
They don't give a fuck
Wait,
about it.
wait, there's something I wanted to bring up before the show ended. So you remember how we kept talking about like at some point soon the government's gonna say that they're aliens or whatever fucking alien related shit's gonna happen. In the middle of March, so it just happened, the government just registered the domains alien.gov. I just want to make that
Oh
abundantly
my god, that
clear.
sounds so corny. Anyway,
It's the corniest shit ever, but it's just a real thing that just fucking happened.
Speaking
A
of
meteor
which, I
just hit
found
in
my
Ohio.
book. Yeah, everybody heard it
That
too. Oh, I
happens
gotta
all
show
the
you
time. It's a meteorite when it hits the ground. What the fuck?
I
is
thought a
happening?
meteorite was if it was a certain size.
No, meteorites hit the ground. That's what makes them an ite.
Oh, I thought
There's
it was
meteors,
like, I thought it was like, oh,
meteoroids,
it's
and
a little,
meteorites.
it's a little meteorite. It's like
Haha.
a mini meteor.
No, there's meteors, meteorites, and
I guess I
meteoroids.
just assumed
One of
that
them
my whole
is
life.
that
I
one
don't
of them
know
are
why.
ones that are just floating around. The other ones are ones that enter our atmosphere, and the third meteorites are ones that have hit the ground.
So it's like a magma lava type bullshit thing.
Here's the book I was telling you about, Behold the Pale Horse by William Cooper. Came out in the 90s. He was a naval officer. CIA tried to kill him by pushing him off a mountain, fucked up his leg. He had his leg amputated because
I'll
of it.
admit that if a guy
And-
decides he wants to go up to a mountain, that's a lot of determination to
Yeah.
follow him up a mountain to do that when you can just do it in a McDonald's or something. Like you're
Well, he
going
used
all
to
the way up a
do-
mountain.
Yeah, but he used to do a broadcast from up there, and at that time, I think you would have to be up high for that to work.
For
But
what
in
to
this
work?
book,
For
in this
what to
book,
work? A broadcast?
a broadcast at that time. Yeah, it's not. There's no internet yet. You know, it's the 90s. So if you wanted to broadcast through like a, you know, they're
There was internet in the 90s.
yes, but people were not broadcasting live in the 90s over the internet.
They were though.
This guy fucking
on their own
wasn't.
website.
This
On their
guy
own
wasn't.
websites, they were. Remember
Yeah.
cutoffmyownfoot.com? I was just somebody just talked to me and I brought that up for some reason.
Yeah.
We were talking about like rotten.com and all that shit.
Yeah.
There was streaming sites. It's just it was private. It wasn't like
No, this was like one
YouTube
of
or
those
something.
local radio shows that somebody does like over a ham radio from their trailer up in the stars. Like this
where they had
wasn't-
we had a cable access shit.
Yeah, we had that
People
too. Yeah,
people could just go on the
No, this dude is like the quintessential, like, you know, like when you watch a movie where they've got like a guy who's like the conspiracy theorist with the aliens in the woods, and then like you go visit him and he's got like a little CB radio and he does like a little radio show and he's got like this guy was like the quintessential version of that, but like in real life. But in his book, He said that he witnessed things come out of the ocean, big things come out of the ocean, and he also said that eventually the ultimate plan
Well, that's
for
what the
a
fucking
new
guy,
world
that
order.
fucking hearing, that's what they said, is that they come out of the ocean.
Yeah,
They've been
This guy
well,
said-
USOs have been a fucking that they've been saying that's where they hide, because if you
Yeah.
can't hide in the fucking air, everybody's
Right.
gonna see you up there.
right. You go way out in the ocean. Who the fuck, right? But he said that eventually, in order to implement, and I guess this is the best terminology at the time, in order to implement a one world government, they were going to fake an alien invasion
Yeah.
because that's the one thing that all of humanity could be forced to join together to fight against.
Yeah, yeah, that's the whole like Blue Beam project, the whole concept of that and all that other shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been talking about that for years and years. Fake invasion.
Yeah, sure. And I'm telling you, dude, if there's ever a fucking administration.
Well, now with
that
AI,
try
they
that,
don't
it'd
even
be
have to
now.
use Blue Beam and shit like that. They don't even have to do it in real life anymore. They can just have AI do it.
Yeah, just AI fake it and go look what we saw.
I'm just
Yeah.
like, I just hate that people believe that aliens give a flying fuck about human beings. It's so annoying.
That's
And-
what
and,
I
like,
like.
Man.
And like the fact that like people are science illiterate makes it so easy to convince them that that's the case. If people understood physics better, they would understand that human beings are completely there's nothing that a fucking alien
but
would
can
ever
I say
want from a
something?
human being ever.
If this is
Ever.
the only other living planet that they're able to locate,
It's not.
but if it was,
It isn't.
they'd be
I
interested
promise.
in it.
Nope.
And by the way, I
No,
don't
they
see any
wouldn't.
reason. I don't see
Zero.
any reason why they wouldn't be interested in the planet. They might not give a fuck about the people. They might just see us as animals that they're studying. But
They're not
that doesn't
studying
mean they
us.
wouldn't be interested in a planet with life and water and oxygen on it. They might be interested in those things.
You
not
are
us.
first of all, you're doing what all human beings do, which is assuming that life in the
I'm
universe.
not assuming. I'm
You-
making
like, yes,
a claim
no,
that it's a possibility.
You're assuming, and I'll tell you what you're assuming. That you're assuming that they would give a fuck about a planet that's full of oxygen, because you're assuming that life in the universe breathes oxygen,
I'm
and
saying it's
that is
likely.
the worst assumption you can make, and that's
Sure.
what most humans assume.
Right. I'm just saying that if you're flying through the universe and you see a green ball teeming with life and it's the only one for light years, you might be a little interested in what's going on there.
I don't think you would send people though. I think
You
you just send
wouldn't
like a drone or something
Fucking
like
I
that.
think
do.
they have done
You
that.
wouldn't be fucking hovering cows. You wouldn't be like none of that stuff. You're not fucking anal probing and all that other shit. That none of that shit is real. But you know what is really good? If you're part of the military and you're trying to hide some weapons or
Of
fucking
course. Yeah.
planes and all that shit, the idea of aliens is the greatest cover up ever.
I mean, I agree with you, man, but there are oddities that have happened over the years that are like, I don't even know if I can blame the government for this one. Like the one that we watched a couple of months ago where like this thing spanned across like 7 fucking states and like 14,000 people saw it. And like 20 of those people have hours missing and woke up in different locations from where they were. And like all of that really happened. So what the fuck happened?
You
But what
guys ever hear about the thing in Mexico? I think it was in the 90s or late 80s. It was like a international convention of a bunch of like
JFK enthusiasts.
world leaders and well, maybe not world leaders, but like diplomats and things like that. And apparently, like, there's footage of it. There used to be footage of it. I probably wouldn't be able to find it anymore. My friend saved it years ago. I don't know if he still has it, but like fucking 30 ships or whatever the fuck orbs just show up above this place.
Yeah.
Shit starts going haywire in the buildings. All this stuff starts, getting all weird. Everybody saw it, and they stayed there for like a good 20 minutes. Just
Yeah, I had
Still.
a teacher. I had a professor
and then they
who was
just
a-
fucking bounced. They then like took off super fast.
Yeah, I had a professor who taught literature of the occult, and he was in the military, and he was like, one time I'm on the base, and he's like, this is a true story. He goes, everybody on the base is running towards something. He goes, so I run toward it too because I want to see what's going on. He goes, so you're running, and we turn the corner around this building, and there's a fucking disc hovering there. And it's just sitting there, and it's silent. He goes, and then the next thing that happened was it shot straight up into the sky, and then black vans showed up, and people got out and told us we didn't see anything.
I saw a thing shoot straight up into the sky out of a river once.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my girlfriend both saw it, actually. I was waiting for her to get off of work in Red Bank. You know the Red Bank River or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like way off in the distance towards the ocean, but like I was just sitting in the car waiting and see this thing, and like it didn't like glow or anything like that, but it visibly made waves when it came out. And it like sat there for a second, and then it just went boom, and it just like flew up. And she, when she got to the car, she was like, "Did you see that fucking thing that flew out of the water?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." I was like, I was gonna ask you the same fucking thing if you saw it. Yeah, that shit was wild. I was like, "What the fuck?" And it was kind of big, not like huge, but like
Yeah. Could have been a water drone.
bus size.
Oh, that's big. That's bigger than
I'm not saying it was like a giant ship. I'm saying it was like kind of like it was hefty though.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a small thing. You could see it
Yeah.
from a distance. Like it was kind of darkish.
I mean,
Though. It didn't
In the
it didn't-
daytime or the nighttime?
It was nighttime.
Hmm.
No lights on it, nothing. Just this
Right.
giant fucking mass that came out of the water. Sploosh.
Sploosh.
Hovered there for a second and then just bounced like real fast.
I guess
No.
it was in Red Bank because it wanted to know what a $95 steak tasted
Dude,
like.
I don't know why it would be there. Why the fuck?
Yeah,
would
what the
it be
fuck
there?
is there?
That's what I said. I was like, why would anything even be here?
Yeah.
Near
Did you
this
ever
spot?
Google the place and the day and time and the information to see if other people posted about it on Reddit or something?
Apparently, I did meet somebody in Red Bank years later, and we got to talking, and he mentioned it,
Weird.
and I was like, I think I saw that. I was like, was it around this time? And he was like, yeah. He was like, it was like right around July 4th, like after like a day or two after the fireworks happened or something like that. And we both had like the same story. Some random fucking guy that I think we were trying to like get weed or something.
Mm. I keep trying to look up to see if anybody ever said anything about it, and all I'm getting is shit about spotted lantern flies.
It was the
shit was
biggest
wild.
spotted
That
lantern
was
fly of all
like-
time.
Yeah, it was
It
the
had to
mother.
be-
It was the
lantern fly.
mothership of lantern flies.
Yeah.
It had to be like 15 years ago, at least.
Oh, did I say goodnight to my mom?
Why
Yeah.
did she say she was leaving? I only saw
Yeah,
her
yeah,
say
she's
hello.
No, she's in the chat. She said she was
Oh.
leaving. But guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for the evening.
Is today St. Patrick's Day?
No, it was yesterday.
But it's 11:30. Wasn't it today?
No, it was yesterday.
yesterday?
It's the 17th, not the 18th.
I don't know shit about St. Patrick's Day other than that it's the day everybody pretends they're Irish all of a sudden.
Do you,
It's
you
so
guys have
annoying.
you guys know the story about that, right?
St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah.
I don't know shit about
Or
St.
why
Patrick's
was he a
Day.
saint?
I don't remember.
Dude, wasn't
the
he like a
story.
revolutionary or something that like saved people?
I don't remember. It's been so long since I even thought about it. I
I don't know anything about St. Patrick's Day. The day annoys the shit out of me because so many people pretend they're Irish when they're not,
You
and I'm
never
just
heard
like,
the whole
really,
thing
guys?
about
I don't know
St. Patrick
anything.
is the guy who
I don't know
chased all the
anything.
snakes out of Ireland,
Oh yeah. I know that. Yeah.
and that's why
Well,
there's
that's
no
a
snakes in
failure.
Ireland anymore.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so stupid. Everybody's so dumb. Everybody's got some dumb story for everything.
The only thing about St. Patrick's Day that I like is that the grocery store sells shamrock plants for $2.99. That's about it.
There's a deeper story that people
I don't like the idea of green dye in all my
missed,
food.
I guess. It wasn't actual snakes. It was not really a metaphor either. If you go deeper into it,
Yeah.
It's eels.
It's
no,
eels.
it might actually it Remember that thing we were talking about the other day? Nagas,
Yeah,
kind
I
of like that,
remember.
but different.
I just want to say something real quick so you
Which
guys
was
can
it's
keep
kind of
this in
strange.
mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
A dude in I don't know what country, not the United States though. He stuck a fucking eel up his ass, and
Oh
like
God.
I don't know if anyone's ever seen an eel. Like there's lots of different kind, but like the big fat girthy eels that are super long. That's what it was. That's what it was.
That's gross.
I just thought you guys should know that
Why
happened
would
because
why
I
do
had
why
to
do
read
people
about it.
gotta use animals in their weird shit?
I'm so sick of humans. I'm so tired of
Like,
humans.
what do you think the eel was thinking? I don't even know if it was alive or killed it or if it was just lying
Fucking
around or
help.
what. But
Yeah, why is this hole
Help.
so tight? I'm gonna bite this guy's
you don't know
asshole
it
out.
was. You don't know it was
Why are you
tight. I
doing
don't know
this
why
to
you're
me?
assuming it was tight. Why are you assuming that?
Yeah, maybe it was
He
loose,
could have
but
had
gets-
way bigger, fatter
Yeah.
eels up there before.
Yeah, you could maybe stuff a whole, parking cone up there.
He's got a whole family of them in there.
Yeah. He's got a whole community in his ass. Taking a shit must be annoying.
Fuck.
You gotta go past all those animals, all those communities.
It's got to be eely annoying.
Oh.
Oh.
On that note, we're closing it for the night, folks. All right, y'all.
For eel this time?
For eel this time.
All right.
All right, well, I'm gonna mute you guys. Mute. And you are muted. And thank you all for joining us this evening. We will be back next Wednesday, and we will see you then. Peace out.
Awesome, talk awesome, talk awesome, it's awesome, talk 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 awesome, talk.